Around the wicket bowls, and Simpson drives beautifully down the ground. That's a lovely shot by John Simpson. I don't think he's going to bother running, actually. He's just trotted the first run, and the ball goes absolutely gun barrel straight down the ground.
As Bamber is in again drifts to the left side, a poor delivery and flicked to the mid-wicket boundary by John Simpson. 399, 400 for 5. This is short outside the off-stump from Bamber and hammered to the point boundary by Jack Carson for 4. Notice Jack Carson's 52 years at Edgbaston yesterday.
Barnard in, bowls to Jack Carson, who heaves that away on the leg side, and he's going to pick up a boundary. Jack Carson backward a square on the leg side. So a good over from
Ed Barnard, 1 for 73, comes in again from the city end and wide outside the off-stump and slapped to the cover boundary for 4 by Jack Carson, who moves to 20, sorting out in the next couple of hours. This is flicked away onto the leg side. Is that 6? No, it's just pitched inside the boundary. That's 4 for Jack Carson. Barnard is in again, and this is the 3rd boundary of the over for Carson. Handsomely driven to backward point. Didn't quite get it out the middle of the bat, but got normally extremely expensive or inexpensive, but he's got the wicket. Carson is caught on the deep square leg boundary.
Froze when I walked outside this morning. Here's Bamber. It's full, it's driven, short boundary, 4 runs. It's a beautiful shot by Simpson, and their
conditions are very much pointing in that direction at the moment, and there's 4 more runs to him here as Barnard drops short and Simpson pulls way in front of mid-wicket. A gorgeous pull shot all along the ground. Warwickshire need, of course.
Bamber bowls a fuller delivery. As he nicked that, he has. He's brilliantly taken behind. Here we go. Here is Booth in, and that is flashed very fine. There's a outside edge in the end, but it certainly had enough on it.
Who is on the field, and he's running into bowl. From this, the pavilion end comes in over the wicket bowls and absolutely crashed away through the covers by Danny Lamb. Too much width.
Terrific early season form. Booth in, bowls driven, beautifully driven by Simpson. Back up the ground, almost takes Lamb behind it as it runs up to the fence, and that's a long straight drive, but
is 16 not out. In the final game at Northampton, in comes Ali bowls, and Simpson just tucks that onto the leg side. He picks up a single and goes through for his 150th run. Well batted, John Simpson. I'm sure he'll get a good round of applause.
Bamber in again around the wicket to the left-handed Simpson, who flicks it beautifully into the leg side. Yeah, there's a man at deep mid-wicket and a man at deep long leg. And
Wally Robinson made 100 on his debut for Sussex all those years ago up at Durham. In comes Ali bowls, Danny Lamb defends to mid-wicket, and there we are. That is the end of the morning's play. Sussex 400.
What happens here is that Ali comes into it.
Over the wicket, little reverse. And he's got him. Well, that's how he responds.
It shows how strong this Sussex lineup is.
First ball is an appeal, and he's gone. Tazeem Ali has 2 in 2. My goodness. What a wonderful little...
So here's Booth again, comes round the wicket. He's in and bowls, and this is to mid-wicket. And the innings comes to an end because Anderson Shape takes the catch.
Robinson is steaming in, bowls to Yates, who squirts this one down to fine leg, and he's to pick up a boundary.
Here he comes, over pitch, driven for 4 by Alex Davies. That was a half volley, and Sussex players bowled. This is hammered through the offside by Rob Yates. A bit of width given to him there by Seals, and Yates. Here comes Seals again, over pitched and clipped for 4 by Davies. I think Seals striving a bit for the Yorker there, and Alex Davies was onto it very quickly, and in comes Seals, short, and that's a strange shot by Davies, trying to pull but never got in any sort of position, and ends up lifting it over mid-off and getting away. Adrian, the spectators need their blankets today. This is cut away for 4 by Rob Yates, short outside the off stump, and it was a controlled. Here comes Seals again, and this is again eased down to third man for 4 by Rob Yates. That was a better ball. There wasn't much wrong with that ball actually, but Yates
In shape. In he comes, Lamb bowls, cut away by Davies, too short, too wide, and Rob Yates says, thanks very much indeed, 4 runs. You can't afford to bowl there on Alex Davies. Lamb is in, bowls, and Davies plays that very firmly through mid-wicket. That's another boundary. Tucked away, and that short boundary is
dodgy early season weather. Ollie Robinson has changed ends, and he starts with a very wide delivery, which Alex Davies just about reaches and smashes to the point boundary. I shall look silly. He doesn't. He's hit for another 4. That's a half volley on leg stump, and Alex Davies smooths it away to the mid-on boundary.
So can't afford to stray to leg side. Here's Lamb again. Off the back foot, punched, manages to beat the fielder at backward point, and that is 4 runs. Longest boundary, doesn't matter. Lovely shot.
Comes in, Yates hammers him down to third man for 4. Rob Yates has found that a very productive shot today, and that wasn't too wide, but Yates got into good position.
Ryan, here's Lamb again. Little shuffle, shimmy down the track, and it's got past the diving fielder. Got a feeling about Hampshire this year, maybe. Here's Lamb. That is slapped through the covers. Lovely shot. That's 4 more runs to Davies. Picked the gap nicely. Had the ball for the drive. Extra cover. Mid on, mid off. Here's Lamb. Oh, and he's just lovely flick past that fielder at short mid-wicket. Thank you very much, says Davies. I'll take another 4. I've got a curious friend. Here comes Clark now into the attack. First ball just guided down quite fine. Manages to miss.
Surely you'd just get brown sauce on it if you used HP sauce.
Here is Clark again, and this is slapped away through the point region by Yates.
Here he comes again. That's an apprentice in, and that's slogged over long on. What a bizarre shot for a county championship match, but Davies is a confident player. That was up in the slot. This is cut away. He loves that shot to third man. Yates has plundered third man again. He moves to 48.
Of point on the circle, 1 at backward point. In comes Clark, and he's gone straight to that fielder in front of point. They've scampered through for a single, and they're going to get another in overruns because that ball's gone straight past the keeper and the stumps. Yates waits and just drives that one straight into the ground. It pops up, fielded in the covers. So that's the end of the over and the end of the session.
Seals is in, bowls, and they're up straight away. He's off with another boundary. No third man, and wide of the off stump, and Davies rather helping himself down to wideish third man for a boundary. City end as in comes Seals, racing in, bowl short, and oh my, well, he's going to be caught, is Alex Davies. He is caught. That's a very good catch, actually, at backward point. It was a short delivery from Jaden Seals, and Alex Davies, glorious sunshine, in and bowls. That's a full toss, and Yates says, thank you very much, I'll help myself for 4 runs down to
Both times in their own way, doing well.
Seals in and bowls, and Shake drives handsomely. That's a lovely shot, beautifully played. There's a short boundary on the side of the ground opposite.
He waits again for Carson to come in and loops that one up, and he's bowled him. What a superb delivery from Carson, and Shake I don't think did too much wrong there. It must have just got through a little gate, but that was beautifully bowled.
Wasn't overly comfortable with that one from Coles. Coles in again, gives himself room and works this one away down to the boundary for 4 runs and brings up Rob Yates' 11th first-class century. Just gave himself room and cut it away, and you can tell from the whoops from the Warwickshire dressing room that Yates has started the season in fine form. He acknowledges Seals in, bowls. This
Out.
is caught at slip, and a terrific catch.
Tom
by
Alsop.
Yeah, diving down to his left, and so Jaden Steels gets Sam Haynes batting points as this one is played by Bamber back into the offside. It's the end of the second day's play, 223. Rob Yates on 13, Bamber on 1 not out.